new survey, you're also welcome. Here I share tips and DIYs and sewing. So on today's topic, we are making a French beret and a new boy's cap. Same pattern, yeah, really same pattern. So from here, I got the middle of my A4 paper and I measured out 8 inches and I got the half of 8 inches, which is 4. And from that point, I'm going to go up by 2.5 inches. From here, I'm going to mark 2.5 inches on both sides. Okay, making it like 5.3 inches thereabout. Then on the second line, I'm going to add 1 inch extra to both sides, making it maybe 3.5 inches. Yeah, 3.5 inches on both sides. Then when I'm marking the last line I drew, I'm going to minus 2.5 inches from 3.5 inches. So I added 1 cm to the 1 inch and I marked. After this, I'm going to connect the dots together with the help of a ruler, and after that I'm going to just cut it out, and that's the pattern. Like, this is the pattern for both the French beret and the new boy cap. Let's jump into cutting. So I got my lining and the fabric I choose to use for this project. With the help of my pattern, I'm going to cut out 6 pieces for the French beret and 6 pieces for the new boy cap. I'm also going to cut the lining, 6 pieces for the French beret and 6 pieces for the new boy cap. I got this visor from a very old face cap, and I'm going to trace this out and maybe give it half inch for sewing allowance. I have my lining cut out with the visor and the 12 pieces of fabric. So from here, I'm going to just pin 2 sides of this and join one part from the tip to down, and I'm also going to do that. I'm just going to continue doing that till I join the 6 pieces together, and after this I'm going to be right back. I'm going to sew this down with half an inch, and I'm done with sewing the 6 panels together, the 6 pieces together, and see how it turned out. So I'm going to join the last piece together. This is how it looks right now. You can see the French beret or the new boy cap is already coming up. It has a little hole, but you can see it's coming out already. I've already sewed and ironed this for the vessel, so I'm just going to go ahead and put this together, try to make it firm and look uniform. So from now I'm going to use my needle and thread on this. Just going to sew it manually with my hand, and what I'm doing is I'm trying to drag the material to make this look as tight as possible. After that, I'm just going to quickly, with the help of my machine, sew this down, attach it to the first piece. So I'm done sewing it, and I'm going to cover this. I'm going to make it as neat as possible. If you would watch what I'm doing, you see that even after I put this, I had to bring it out and I turned it out. Okay, and I'm going to be sewing this with the back just this way, and after sewing this, I'm going to leave space for turning this material in out. For the French beret, I'm just going to put my lining into it, and it doesn't have to be neat. It's just for me to just tack it and let it sit in place. After this, I'm going to go ahead and put my bias. I ironed out my bias, and I'm going to sew it down just this way. And when I get to the edge, or when I'm about finishing it, I'm going to show you how I did it. Okay, here I'm just going to fold the little remaining piece just inside to make it a neat finishing, and when I do that, I'm going to just finish it out. And we are almost done with this French beret. It's only remaining the button, of course, and that I'll show you later on how I did it. Then we're back to the new boy cap. Let's turn this outside. In turning this, I had to just squeeze the vessel. I'm just going to sew this little space remaining. I'm also going to tack around the cap base. I'm going to sew my bias this way, maybe 5 inches or more, and I'm in the process of making a button using my fabric. While sewing this, try to make it as tight and firm as possible so it won't slip out when you are done sewing it in. With the help of my needle and thread, I'm going to close that hole and at the same time add the button. After this, I'm just going to play around with the bias, trying to make a very good bow. Just something that will make it stand out a little. After playing around with this, I'm going to go ahead and use my needle and thread on this, and I will tack it to the French beret. If you enjoyed watching this tutorial, please like and click that subscribe button to be notified each time I upload a new video.